afternoon. My name is Scott Rutler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人张叔，在纽约向您问好。周一美股收高，其实在上周五市场大幅下跌，而在三大股指的平均跌幅是在2%之上之后，很多的人在今天开始之前都不知道今天会发生什么。而在开盘之前，股指期货也是大幅度的下挫，引发一些市场的一些恐慌。但是随着美联储官员布勒纳德的一个对于加息一个非常鸽派的讲话之后呢，市场是稍微的回涨，而今天总体来说涨幅是超过了1%。这也是很多人在此之前没有预料到的。总的来说，现在市场其实一个围绕的关注点都是美联储9月份会否加息，而从明天开始，美联储就将进行9月份加息前的一个静默期，而在这段时间内，美联储是不能够对外有任何的关于加息的言论的。因此，今天联储官员的一些讲话也是吸引了市场的目标，而包括像美联储拥有投票权的布雷纳德，他也是表示，当前的美国经济依然是在增长当中，但是依然需要一个比较宽松的一个货币政策环境来给经济以支撑。所以说，今天总体来说，市场的反弹也是围绕着这样子一个加息比较鸽派的步调在进行着。另外一方面，很多的一些银行的大佬也纷纷出来对于美联储的这样子一个加息进行了一番评论，其中就包括了摩根大通的 CEO， 他表示美联储加息宜早不宜晚，原因主要是由于美联储加息如果过晚的话，将引发市场过多的关注，并且在情绪上会影响着股市。原因主要是因为当前现在加息这个事情是引发了过多情绪上的关注，而在事实上0.25这样子一个点呢，其实对于总的来说经济并不会有太多的决定性的影响。好的，更多消息让我们来看一下今天的交易员访谈。Hi Scott, US stocks bounced back after last Friday the market traded sharply lower. So it seemed like the things are like constructive right now. So how do you think about the market?
Well, this morning we were down, right? 8-9 handles. So at least traders had a good setup for the morning. What do I mean by a good setup? Meaning we broke hard on Friday. So if you reduced risk when lots of key levels broke, that was the prudent thing to do. If you went home short, okay. That you're looking for follow through. So what happened this morning? You had some downside follow through to Friday's hard break, so you could have covered your shorts and got back long at better prices. Now, how do you execute? If you read my morning note, I wrote about reclaiming Friday's low pivots or some support. And if you look here at the S&P cash, you will see, okay, it was hard to tell that this was coming on Friday. Okay, Friday we broke below lots of key levels. This was a big one right here, close to 2158. So when we came in this morning, I said two things could happen. One, we can come in and retest this area, which ignited the run over the summer, which we actually did at pre-market, or we could reclaim Friday's low. So by reclaiming Friday's low, I meant 2127. So that's all we knew as we came into today. And then look what happened. Pow! That is one heck of a bar. And at least if you were short, you had an opportunity to cover as it went green, or if you were looking for a long because you got stopped out here, okay, or got stopped out a little bit higher, at least 30 handles lower, you had a nice trade. And if the sellers had some stricter control, they probably wouldn't have let the market come back this high. But at this point, a matching green bar, it definitely pushes the bears back a bit. But we'll need a little bit more time to see what's next. But overall, a great trade from the morning as a lot of things went from red to green for tactical entries.
Last Friday, tech sector had a very tough session, and for a lot of beta names, I think their upper levels are violated. So today, it seems like things are not that bad as we thought. So how do you think about? Do you think any opportunities there?
There was a lot of opportunities this morning. A lot of upper levels broke. So if you sold when upper levels broke, in the hole this morning on the dip, there were entries to buy. Now, what do I mean? Let me give you a few examples. Bob has been a great stock for us. It went from 80 to 105. So if you sold strength today, when it reclaimed Friday's low, there was a nice trade. Let me show you what that looks like. So you go to Baba. Baba had a really nice trade. Remember, we were talking about when it reclaimed this spot and then cleared this descending channel here, went into that 105 resistance that we were talking about, came down. So today, when it you could have bought it when it held the 21-day. That was one spot, which I listed in my note. Or B, when it reclaimed the 99.05 level to give you a $2 trade. And now we'll see with time if it can get above this spot to get above that 105. So nice buy the dip at the 21-day or right here. Let me give you another example. Facebook also sold off, right? It was as high as 132. Okay, a lot of guys that trade momentum probably sold it, including me, when it went below that 128.33. But at least this morning, you could have bought the 21-day or bought when it reclaimed 127.10 with a stop here and made some money. And you bought it back lower than here. And by selling it here, listen, it happens. It could have went all the way down to the 50-day, but it didn't. That's why we analyze each trade by trade, and we have pivots, and we know how to, react on a technical short-term active cash flow basis.
Yeah, just as what you said in your morning note, it's like when the trades change, we have to change our skills, right?
Yes, and that's what happened on Friday. They broke upper levels, so if you sold the 8 and 21-day, you could have bought the 50-day, or you could have bought when we reclaimed Friday's lows, which were a lot lower than those upper areas. So you always want to be safe, you always want to be prudent, you always want to trade within your means, and more importantly, be strategic. Know what you're doing, have plan A, B, and C, and wait for the market to confirm one of them so then you could execute.
好的，感谢您的收看，我们明天再见。